I'd put it darn near 70% on the midfield. It may seem like a high number, but if you look at, Slot's presser after the cup final, when he was asked about the substitution, and the difference between playing Jota and Darwin, is he said that he wanted to put a big bodied striker up there because of all the balls that they were having to play over the top, because Burns was winning everything. Well, why were they doing that? Because they literally didn't have a fucking midfield. They were bypassing midfield the entire match by just launching it over. So, I mean, I think that tells you all you need to know about the state of the current squad. They basically bailed on playing our brand of football and trying to get it through the middle, and started playing long ball over the top very early in that match, which is never going to benefit a Liverpool squad who's been on like possession and retention, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's just not what we're good at, and especially not good at it if you're asking Jota to go win against Burns.
What do we have to do when that's the recipe out there? I mean, even Plymouth could pull it off, where, that's kind of like how to attack this team when you're going forward. For one, that way you're not doing something stupid on the back. I mean, heck, when we were playing Southampton, I was like, just give them the ball, have them like pass it around, they'll make a mistake kind of a deal. Whereas teams are realizing that, you know what, let's not screw around in the back. We play it long, then we can kind of keep the shape when they have the ball and stuff like that, and then go after the second balls, which is usually when the danger comes. Is it the personnel? Is it goes back to the energy levels that you're not getting to those balls that are being brought down or bouncing
Right.
off? Or
I think it goes back to energy levels. I think it has to do with the fact that you have to have legs in the midfield to retain possession and to move it up without bypassing that into the front line. Um, is there always going to be a scenario, an in-game scenario where playing over the top makes sense as long as you have Mo 100%, right? Because he's always able to win that ball over the top on the run and change a match. So that strategy doesn't necessarily completely disappear. Um, I just think you got to tip your cap to Newcastle a little bit, right? In terms of the way they set up, but also we talk a lot about Arsenal's setup in the midfield, but I think Newcastle may be the best midfield in the Premier League. If you look at Gamirez, if you look at what Joel Linton's done, like they just have Tonali, who is just
yeah, I think what once Joe Linton is in there, because there was a huge difference between the league game, and I know the league game was almost like an NFL preseason where they didn't show any of the blitzes, if you will. But I think when he is in there, you get like a huge physical that we could not keep with. It seems like we don't have a matchup for that in terms of physicality.